Hello everyone, SirEx here, bringing you a nice game of Empire vs. Dwarves on Total War Warhammer. So, I saw this map, and I always get pummeled with artillery in it, so I thought this time I'd take the artillery. And I brought 2 mortars to fight the Dwarves, because I figured cannons would just get destroyed by his cannons, and I might as well just go after his infantry. I brought a nice line of swordsmen with some flagellants. I picked the flagellants even though they're not that strong against dwarves because they have relatively low armor piercing, because they'll just hold out forever and be a nice holding force for the guns to do their work. I have a nice back line of greatswords to do the dirty work of the slicing. Got some Reiksguard on the flanks, which I've learned is actually a bad choice against the dwarves. You want the Knights of the Blazing Sun because the dwarves' runes that deal damage do less damage against the Knights of the Blazing Sun because they have a 20% resistance to magic, which is nice. 2 handgunners, pretty nice, do some damage to them. And in the back, hiding, I really wanted to take this guy, my nice little Grey Wizard, with Enfeebling Foe for a nice debuff, and Pit of Shade, which I think is really cool. Also, he's Gandalf, so that's nice. Nice General of the Empire to round out my army. My opponent over here deployed in a really weird formation. I guess he really didn't want to get shelled. He brought some regular Dwarf Warriors, Quarrelers, more Dwarf Warriors over there, Great Weapons, Longbeards Great Weapons, Iron Breakers, way back here. He brought Ungrim as his hero, as his lord. He has 1 Runesmith, a Trollhammer Torpedo. I don't know what he's going to use these guys on, as well as more Longbeards Great Weapons. And to finish it out, some Slayers to, I guess, protect his backlines. But when I saw this, I was very confused. I could only see a few of his units. A lot of them are hiding right now. But I decided to fire at them with my mortars. Nice explosions coming down, even though I'm not dealing too much damage right now. Also, my Reiksguard hidden. So I'm very confused at what this guy is doing, but I'm like, whatever, I'll just shell you with my mortars. So let's fast forward a little bit. I'm repositioning my guys. I'm putting my great swords on this flank because I know these guys are super slow, especially the Ironbreakers back here, and he seems to have the majority of troops here. And in the meantime, I'm just shelling him with these mortars, so that's pretty nice for me. Moving up my main force, so my handgunners can get some shots off pretty soon. And I don't see these Quarrelers. Crash. Not doing too much damage, but it's doing pretty nicely. I see he starts to move the rest of his guys forward because he realizes I have artillery. I guess maybe he's hoping I just come down the middle and just ambush me somehow. I don't really get what he was doing. I throw my captain down across the flank to hit some guys in the back. I go for these guys with great weapons because they don't have shields and they're better target. I don't know if shields actually protect you against artillery. So, whatever. Crunch. Crunch. He begins opening up fire with his Quarrelers against my handgunners, which is a juicy target. Oh, that guy died from nosebleed. We're going to a better target would actually be the flagellants, but these guys are more dangerous. So I guess that is the correct target. These guys have no armor. So I try to get some shots off, keep shelling him, he gets into these nice boxy formations instead of thin spaghetti lines, which he should be doing. Nice shots off. Boom! My cavalry's moved up. His other flank is completely looping forward. I put my swordsmen and these guys first, just hold them off so I can shoot them to bits, which is working very nicely for me. I start pulling up my greatswords to do damage. Against the next, that's it. The main line is fighting. I got some reinforcements, so in line with the greatswords. Getting pretty happy. A little bit worried on this flank, especially because these guys are about to get engaged, so I throw my general in. I picked up my Great Wizard over here to get some shots off soon. Threw my Reichsguard to his back lines with his Quarrelers and Iron Drakes, which is really nice. The Slayers are on the wrong flank, which is really great. So he's really winning this flank because he's starting to weigh it heavily. Insisting over here, I push forward. And I see these huge, massive troops and their general. I drop my Pit of Shades on it, which looks beautiful. Doesn't really care about it, he's just like walking through it because he's a badass. But I like destroyed half the health of these guys. Even though they have a lot of mauls left, they'll fall very quickly. Shooting to the melee pretty nicely. They're on a slight hill, which allows me open fire. He also... Oh, that's Smith. That was a thing. He starts to use some wonderful explosions with his Iron Breakers. Care. I'm being targeting his Slayers because they have low armor with my mortars. Starting to sweep forward here with my guys. Still have these guys in reserve, or you really should bring them up. Ungrim moves forward. And I just get some clean shots off. Pretty nice. These gunners, I move back a little bit. They're getting a little too close because I have them following someone, I think. The mortars do pretty nice work. Boom. His Iron Breakers, the guys who are supposed to hold for a long time in battle, are in reserve and like coming to the battle super late, so it's really good for us. Really nice shots off against him. And my back lines are doing pretty nicely. Not too many kills, but they're doing some nice damage and disruption. Main line is doing pretty decently, the gunners are helping. And again, another shot off against these guys, because I saw he was winning, and I only had regular swordsmen engaged with them, so I thought, yeah, I'll just destroy them. So this is a beautiful spell. Beautiful. His Iron Breaker fire into my Great Swords, who are a little bit back here, which is doing some really nice damage, surprisingly. Grabbing some nice kills. Boom! Yeah. He put them in the back finally, which is nice, but I guess a nice shelling off on him. How's the main line doing? Pretty nice for me, routing him for the most part. His Runesmith has been trying to do his best with the regen. I mean the not enough. Ungrim broke forward and attacked my handgunners, but I'm going to 1v1 with my general, who used his potion already. I get my Reichsguard out of the Slayers into some routers. Start to get hit with some charges. Not doing too much because these guys have some really nice armor. The main line is going very nicely for us. The Grumbling Guard are holding out as they usually do. Some more gunfire going off into his Shellhammer torpedoes, which haven't been doing too much. The Flagellants, they're surprisingly still surviving. I guess they took the hits of these guys, which is pretty good. It's about even trade, the Great Swords versus them. He finally brings in his Iron Breakers, but at that point I have a lot of troops to focus him down. And kill him and shoot him up. Oof, some nice friendly fire. Did I grab Ungrim? I don't know where Ungrim is. I think we lost him. He died? I don't know, I missed it. So, we start pushing forward, grab the Grumbling Guard. Well, the Iron Breakers, who should have been in the battle the whole time, are finally getting in. And I get another beautiful spells off Pit of Shades. And I overcast it, so it's just destroying them. And it completely wraps them. Beautiful. Look at all that. And my Shadowcaster got 83 kills off of those 3 attacks. Slayers look like the only one left, and that's decisive victory for us. And my opponent, I believe, leaves. So, great game to my opponent. He brought a very weird setup. Decent army, but he just committed pretty poorly. So, my army worked pretty nicely. Got my front line to hold them, main line to do damage, guns and mortars to do support. Reichsguard helped in the back. The Great Wizard did a really beautiful job. I debate using Flock of Doom sometimes versus the Great Wizard, but he really paid for himself here. And yeah, these Iron Breakers were a bit of a shame, but I don't know how he got those kills with the Giant Drakes though. It's pretty nice. So, good game to my opponent, and take care everyone.